I am craving some BTS and I-Land interactions, and I'm not getting it. Hello everybody and welcome home, welcome back to my channel. It's been a week, and well, it's been 2 weeks actually, and it's been 2 minutes since our last I-Land video, but I'm so glad that I've come back home with you guys to see what I-Land has brought for us for part 2, episode 7. Let's get into it, guys, and let's see what I-Land is going to throw at us today. Now, on a personal note, the past 24 hours have been just a little bit crazy for me. My most recent video went viral, like, a lot. But I have to stay humble, I have to make sure that I stick to my roots and just understand what got me here in the first place before all of this happened, and that is with my lovely I-Land family, which is each and every one of you that comes back every week. So shout out to all of you before we get started. Now you might be wondering why I'm wearing my Tokyo cap today. Spoiler alert, all the Japanese trainees get into I-Land. Yay! Woo! Plus there's been some recent heated debate between me and my friends about who looks good in a snapback. If Kim Soo-hyun can do it, then why can't I? Now, a lot happens in this episode, and the one and only BTS, my boys, my 7 kids are on this show today. So let's just jump right into it, everybody, and we'll see how we come out the other end. Let's get it. Now, everybody, I've got a question for you. Do you know BTS?
You know BTS?
Oh my... Oh!
Yes, BTS is coming in hot with this episode, and they'll be looking fine, girl. Especially J-Hope. I love how everybody's dressed like business casual, but J-Hope's just got like the whole sarong on and the Balenciaga glasses. Like, J-Hope, please, you're attacking me. And I'd also just like to address the Namjoon in the room, because Namjoon with those glasses and that blue hair is looking like a Pokemon professor. Like, Professor Oak, step aside. I'm gonna need my fan for this one. Get it? Because it's a Koya fan? Now, in this episode, I don't really have too much to complain about. It's a fairly light-hearted episode, and I really love some of the things that BTS do with the members, and then a lot of things that they actually don't do with the members. But we'll get into that a little bit later. Now, as BTS are walking around the house, becoming a bit more acquainted, J-Hope definitely takes the role of the host of the show, at least for this part. And it really makes me think, like, why didn't they just get the members of BTS to do the 2-minute part of the host each series? Like, they're kind of quarantined, like in Korea, so they're not really on tour or anything. Surely they could just film in a random studio for 2 minutes, and each one of them could do a different episode. How cool would that be? Now, there's one thing that I would like to point out about this BTS segment. Being the observant person I am, I always tend to notice the little things, and I always pick up on these little things that I feel like a lot of other people miss. That's why you always keep coming back to my channel, isn't it, guys? Because I've always got something else to say that nobody else has. There's this one part where Jungkook leaves the pantry with some food, and Jin says to Jungkook, "Why did you take those? The kids have to stay here for 40 days. And I'm thinking, okay, so 40 days is about 4 weeks. So do we only have 4 more weeks of I-Land? Like, what's going on there, Jin? You're dropping some spoilers here, Jin? So I'm thinking to myself, as we find out a bit later in the episode, there's 12 people in I-Land, 7 people are going to debut. So if 5 people are being eliminated and there's 4 weeks left, then I suspect and predict, like I'm quite good at doing on my channel, that one of the episodes in the next 4 weeks is going to be a double elimination. That's right, that is my prediction for one of the episodes coming up. There will be 2 people eliminated in one of the episodes. So please come back to this video when that happens and tell me if I was right or wrong. So now everybody, we're getting into the entrance ceremony, and boy, I just want to light up all the fireworks for these boys. I'm just so excited, and I can't believe that we're actually going to find out who the final 12 are. And then after we find out who they are, I'm going to check them off my list of a few videos I did ago to see how correct I or we all were. Now, when they announce the first person, it's Park Sung-hyun, and I just feel like I'm so excited to see Park Sung-hyun. I don't think I've been so excited to see him in the whole series up until now. And when they flash back to all of his ice skating competitions, like, it really brings a tear to your eye. Like, as soon as I saw this, Park Sung-hyun has worked so hard, and like, he's so talented at everything he does, and he gave up ice skating to be an idol, and he just has so much respect from me, and I'm just so happy to see he came first. Second, we have Jongwon, and Jongwon I think was a little bit of a surprise. I don't think I had him in my top 12, but the thing I really noticed in my comment section and a lot of other I-Land video comment sections is that there's a lot of people that are really passionate about Jongwon, and I really appreciate the passion that those people have. And then we finally have the Aussie Jake, yes. And when Jake introduces himself and he puts on, and he has his Australian accent, I'm just like, oh.
Hello, my name is Jake. I'm from Australia, Brisbane. Came to Korea last week, so...
He's from Brisbane, and in case you don't know, I'm from Sydney. Here's a little guidance for a map. But he was seen in this episode wearing a snapback. So, hello Jake, how the hell are you doing? Now third we have Heesong, like, of course we have Heesong, like, as if he's not going to be in the top 12. But the story that Heesong told was that, like, of course we all know that he was kind of the missing member of TXT, and there's a lot of gloomy scenes of him standing in the training room alone, and he's always going to be by himself, he says, and if he doesn't make it in I-Land, then he's never going to make it. And I'm just like, Heesong, I know you're trying to pull out our heartstrings, but I don't really think you were alone that whole time, and you had so much support around you. You were already in Big Hit for 3 years, like, you would debut as a soloist, if anything. But I'm really glad that Heesong got in. And also we have Jay, the legend himself, Jay, my man Jay. Actually, there's a lot of guys in here which are calling my man. Like, I'll be happy to share these guys, but I'm just calling them mine because it's my platform. But I'm just so excited to see Jay. And the funny thing is that when they all dress like this and there's dark lighting all around them, they all look different. And like they all look so serious, and they almost look like a more mature version of themselves. But I just look at them and I'm just like, are you even the same person? Like, who are you? And then finally, number 6 is my man K. Yes, K. I just can't express my love for K enough. And in the comment section, there's somebody saying they're so proud to be Japanese because of K, because he's the perfect combination of sweet and sexy and everything. So K, we're waiting to see you in a snap cap. Now, of course, we have the extra 6 people as voted by you. Now, they do this voting really weird. I don't really know why they can't just go from the most votes to the least votes like every normal company would. But no, they have to go 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, 6. So, whatever. But the main thing is that my man Sanu got to be number 1. I'm just like, oh my god, Sanu always gets the most votes. I'm so excited for Sanu. And just like his reactions and everything, he's like, Deba. Easy. Like, it just goes to show that if you have a personality, like, everybody will just love you for it. And I'm really just so ecstatic for Sanu. But anyway, I'm getting away from the other members who are equally as important. So we also have Nikki, and Nikki came in at number 3. So he was in the middle of the range, and I'm really so proud for Nikki. And I really feel like that going back to some of my videos, I think I've given Nikki a little bit of a hard time, and we don't realize that he's actually 14. And then we also have my man, Daniel. Daniel is just so cute and adorable. And it's just like, how can you not have Daniel? Like, Daniel needs to go through the whole way. Like, I'm just going to say it right now. I'm going to risk it all for Daniel because he deserves it. And like, just the way he was so emotional about it. And I'm just so proud. I'm just so proud. I'm like so passionate about all of these people getting into I-Land. Like, oh, please, my boys are growing up so fast. And then, of course, we have Gyeonu. I'm so proud of Gyeonu. Gyeonu definitely deserves a chance in the top 12. I know he's had a bit of a rocky way, a rocky path along the way, but Gyeonu just has a special place in my heart as well. Taki, the man himself, like, he is so adorable. And his personality just shines through so much. And he's almost like Sanu on steroids. I find they have such strong personalities, but Taki's just like popping and jumping off the walls and bouncing. And the way they treat the handling of who's the last person to get into I-Land, they did the dirty on those boys. So they had Kyungmin, Nicholas, and Hanbin. And I'm just like, why? Like, these young boys have already had all this energy and all this emotion taken out of them. Why put them on a podium just to say goodbye to 2 of them? I'm just like, editors, just leave the boys alone. If they're not getting into I-Land, then don't make it worse for them. Like, I could just imagine what those boys feel like being put on the podium just to tell, oh, well, you were this close, but no. Hanbin gets into I-Land, yes. Hanbin, yes. I'm so excited. Like, come on. I really appreciate the fact the producers allowed all the people in I-Land to go back to the studio to say goodbye to all of their fellow participants because... Alright, now let's talk briefly about the positions 1 to 12. Now, when they were revealing who came from 12th to 1st in between all of the I-Land members, I was thinking, where are they pulling these numbers from? And I was trying to figure out exactly what numbers they're talking about. And if you remember about 3 weeks ago now, my only conclusion that I've come to is that they're taking the numbers for these rankings from that first voting, and then using that to gauge the performance of the members in the current time. I don't really understand that concept. Up until this point, the Islanders have only ever had the influence of the producers, and this is the first time where everybody in Ireland understands what the rest of the world thinks about them. And you start to see the mindsets in some of them change. Like, all of the boys are shocked when they see, in their minds, very talented people and the people that the producers choose all the time to be under people that were still left in the grounds, like Sanu and Daniel. So I find that having that mindset and being constantly aware of it is changing some of the dynamics in the house along the way. Now, another thing they're introducing is badges. And I don't really understand the badge. Like, Big Hit has a big budget, but these badges look like that they're some kind of poor man's Etsy creation. Plus, the badge looks exactly like the logo on their vest, so when they put the badge on, you don't know who's got the badge and who doesn't. Alright, now we're going into the first test, ladies and gentlemen, the first test of part 2, and what is it? It's a unit test. Now, of course, the units are revealed to be BTS songs. How would we guess that? Now, the 3 performances they will be doing is I Need You, Fake Love, and DNA. Now, I don't necessarily agree with these 3 songs being equal because, first off, I Need You is very story-based. And even though they did have a performance with it, the main focus was on the storyline of the music video. Except in Fake Love and DNA, the dance was the focal point of the music video. There's 3 to 4 years difference in between when I Need You was released and when DNA and Fake Love were released, which was only like a year or 2 ago. I really feel like that whoever gets the Fake Love series will have such a high expectation of what they need to do over the other 2. Now that we know the boys are all doing BTS performances, there's time for a little bit of a free dance. Now, it's taken a whole hour to build up all this momentum about BTS being in Ireland and getting the members all riled up to do some BTS content. When the egg starts turning around and some mysterious person's behind the egg, of course it's going to be BTS. Wrong. Even the subtitles say, could it be? And all of the members are like gasping and are just like, oh my god, they're finally going to meet BTS. No sis. It's 2 producers. Like, if you could have the most anticlimactic moment in anything in TV history, this would be it. 2 producers coming around from the egg instead of BTS. Like, at this point, I am craving some BTS and I-Land interactions, and I'm not getting it. And we don't get it at all in the episode. I'm just like, why? Like, they were literally upstairs, just send them downstairs and let them introduce themselves to the boys. Like, what could be more inspiring as a potential artist to be in a boy band than to meet the idols that already are in a boy band? Like, this is such a major missed opportunity. Like, why would you just dangle BTS in front of the I-Land members and make them feel like that something big's gonna happen when basically all BTS do is leave them a little custom merchandise pack of like autographed Polaroids and wrapped gift bags and everything like this, and just like, keep your wrapped gift bags and give me BTS. Give me John Cook. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so putting all that aside, we're not going to have some BTS Islander interactions, but what we do have is some Islander on Islander interaction in the form of a freestyle dance battle. Let's get it, brah! Now, when they announced this, first of all, I was like, why? And then second of all, I was just like, you know what? This is exactly what we need for part 1. Something not serious, just something that's a little bit of fun. And I really, really had fun in this segment. I'm really glad that they put this in here. Now our first freestyle dance battle is Jay and Nikki fight. And everybody's talking up about how Jay loves his freestyle, but I think Nikki really owned this one. Like, I really think that Nikki really popped off and he really just showed Jay how it's done. So good on you, Nikki. Really proud of you. And of course, next we have Kay and Sunghoon. And I'm just like, Kay's got the winks, he's doing all the facial movements, he's getting his tongue out. I'm just like, Kay, leave that tongue inside your mouth, boy. And then the camera pans over to the lady and she's just like, oh damn, Kay, you be looking fine, boy. And it's like, please, of course she's gonna give Kay something. Now next up we have my most favorite one. It's between Heesung and Tucky. And Tucky is literally just like a ray of sunshine. Like, I really love the way Tucky does pretty much everything. I feel like if you would have one friend in the house, it would be Tucky. Like, he's just such a ball of energy. And I just love how unique his style of dance is and just how unique he is. And I just can't get enough of Tucky. He's just like, he just gives you warm, fuzzy vibes all the time. And whenever you're having a bad day, you can just look at Tucky and watch anything that he does. Now at the end we have our top 3 and we have the lovely Jungwon who came 3rd place, so congratulations to Jungwon. But then second we have Kay and I'm just like, girl, I know you're thirsty for Kay, please. Like, she was all over Kay with his sticking his tongue out going, and it's like, oh please lady, you're so thirsty for Kay when he's busting his move. And she's just like, damn boy, you look like a number 2. And then of course we have number 1, Tucky, the ray of sunlight that Tucky is. Tucky is number 1. And with great power comes great responsibility. But I think all will be revealed in the start of the next episode. So everybody, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I'm really happy I get to see you and do this all again with you. It's really exciting for me, and please leave a comment below with what you think about the video, and please leave your opinions down below as I read all of them and I'll reply to all of them, no matter what kind of feedback you have. But until the next episode, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and it won't be too far away. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.